Hello, I'm Courtney and welcome to Book Talk. Today I'm going to be talking about the second book in the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu, Prodigy. Haha, and I love Prodigy. I finished it today and it was fantastic. And I had to try so hard not to cry in the middle of class because I thought I was about to start crying because I was sad. Because that ending was glorious and beautiful, and I loved it so much. So if you have not read Prodigy or Legends, I highly recommend it. I have been reading this series this month because I wanted to read it in the month of December, and I have been loving it, and this is probably my last completed series I will read in the year 2014, so it's been fantastic. So if you have not read Prodigy, go read it. And so, bye now, spoilers! Look at this cover. I don't like this eagle, but I like the blue. So, Prodigy! We start right where we left off with June and Day going to Las Vegas. And right in the first chapter, we learn that our good old Elector Primo is dead. Even though we had no close bond to him, he's just dead. Because he was sick or something? Something like that, I think. I don't remember. Anywho, why do all these characters just die in the first chapter? Metis died in the third chapter of Legend. Electra Primo died in the first one. Who's gonna die next in Champion? I'm scared. Who else can die? Oh, Thomas can. He's gotta go. Thomas, such a butthole. I'll talk about him later. But, June and Day, they find the Patriots because they fainted, and then Katie, being a miracle, saved us all. I loved Katie, by the way, in this book. I don't think I liked her in Legend, but this one, I really did like her, and I'm so upset she's dead. I thought she wasn't dead. I was just like, oh, just blacked out on a plane with 2 gunshots, all good. But she died, and I was so upset. But we find the Patriots, and we get this hot, sexy June Day makeout scene in the bathroom, and it was hot. I love June Day. They're OTP, and I was just oh crud, it was hot, and literally they were in a bathroom near a shower, and they could have just easily jumped in the shower and just made out there, and it would have been even. But that didn't happen, but that's okay. But at least we got that nice, good old makeout of ours. And so June and Day, they joined the Patriots, and I guess it was fine. It was weird that June was just oh, I'll join, just fine. And just in a snap, I was just you were betraying the Republic so easily. June was just bam, but Day had to think about it. I thought June would, and Day would have been oh, yep, let's, whatever. But, and then we learn what the Patriots have to do, and we gotta go kill the new Elector Primo's son, Aiden. I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna call it Aiden. But I was just we've only met him once in Legend, so I was just okay, you can kill him. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I don't know, we don't know this dude, but we get to know him because June's gonna know him and get him attracted to her, and then it's gonna lead him right to his assassination when Day is going to shoot him and kill him. Wow, it was so planned out perfectly, by the way. I was just I've never seen an assassination so perfectly planned. It was fantastic. But June meets Aiden and then realizes they have that conversation in her prison cell or something. And, okay, let's just talk about this whole situation with June. June was being treated so well as a prisoner. She was wearing all those nice clothes, even though she was, chained to the table. She was oh, I'm in this lovely dress in this lovely room. But then my hands and wrists are, feet, whatever they're called, are chained. And you could, hear her, clinking when she's, trying to move. It was hilarious. And, her prison cell is all nice. I was just oh my gosh, you're living the life, girl. What? And, so, what was I saying? Anyway, oh, yeah, going back to Aiden. Aiden came into her jail cell, and it's oh, I'm gonna change everything. I'm gonna release Day's brother. I'm gonna make it better. Get rid of Giles. And he's kind of going back to America, but not like exactly like the United States, because that's the main goal of everyone, really. Come back as USA, us, because USA is amazing. And, you know, then they kiss, and I was just like, oh, June and Day. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it was a nice kiss. But, like, it's June and Day, not June Aiden. I mean, and then while that crap's happening, what's her face? Tess and Day, we find Tess. She's a patriot, and, you know, Day's all happy. Tess is all lovey-dovey. I didn't care. But Tess, how old is Tess? Let me just ask that. I thought she was 12, but my friend was like, oh, she's not 12, and I was just like, but he found her when she was 10, and I don't even know, but Tess makes a move on Day and kisses him, and Day's just like, nope, can't do this, sorry, June is Bay, you are not, just no. And Tess is like, oh, she's gonna break your heart. I mean, she like killed your mom and brother and everything. And no, I hate it when people say in this book that June killed Day's mom, because she didn't. It was Thomas who killed her. June may have brought Thomas, like told Thomas where his family was, but she was the one with the gun and went bang. That was Thomas. Thomas, the little butthole. I just don't like him. Whenever Thomas was here, I was just like, cringe. No one likes you, Thomas. No one does, buddy. If you do, I don't know. Speaking of Thomas, the Thomas Meta situation, that they were lovers, they were gay. Oh, it was so nice, actually. I was like, oh, I wish Metis was alive, but you were dead. And just, Thomas, you're doing everything wrong. Stop doing what your Commander Jameson lady tells you to do. Break the rules. Be Katniss, duh. I'll also say Megan Metis, he wrote those blog things and we finally realized about the parents' deaths and how the Republic killed them. It wasn't a car crash. It was actually the Republic who killed them because their dad found out about the stuff they were doing and he wanted to resign, and that's also Metis wanted to resign, and that's how he got killed too, because Commander Jameson ordered Thomas to kill him, which was so sad. And the whole thing that they learned about was the Republic is making this plague and then infecting their people, and then are trying to stop it, and like, that's messed up. I don't understand what they're doing with this plague. Like, what the heck? You want to get your people dead? Your people make you money. Like, how, like, we the people, your workers give you money. Our taxes give you money. If you want them dead, like, but it just makes no sense. And I just don't understand. And, something I want to talk about. The colonies of America. We find them, and it's just days. It's just how my dad described. And by the way, I'm gonna say this, I think that Dad's not dead. I think he's alive. I was hoping to find him in the colonies, but we never did, so maybe he is dead, but hope. But then you realize the colonies are just as bad as America. And then you realize that the colonies aren't, June and Day both kind of realize this at the same time, that the colonies aren't sponsoring the Patriots. It's actually us, the Republic, who are. It is actually the Republic who sent Razor, that little to kill Aiden, and then you're mind-blowing, and I was just like, oh my gosh, Razor, I knew something was wrong with Razor. I do not like that little butthole. He is mean. And how they were like, oh, Razor wants to become the new elector. I don't want him ruling me. I don't want to follow his rules. Razor, I just can't believe the Republic is doing this. I mean, we knew the Republic didn't like this new elector, but it just never occurred to me that they would, ask Razor to kill him for them. So, and then I loved at the end, when Katie, June, and Day, they're on the plane, and then she's riding it, and then it says boom, and then Day go make a great speech on the balcony. It was just so perfect. But Katie had to die, and I was so upset. And then the Day Eden reunion was perfect, but then it's ruined because we find out Day's dying because of those headache things. My friend was like, "Oh, those headaches, they're important," and I was just like, "Okay." And just no, Day can't die on me, no. And then I realized while reading the last chapter, that's why he kind of broke up with June, because he was dying, and he was like, "Accept the offer, like, this can't happen." And he doesn't say anything about death, which he freaking should have, because it could have solved things. You gotta tell people stuff, man. You got to. And just, and then they have that one last kiss, and it was so beautiful, and I love the ending. Where she's like, "He's beauty inside out, he's a silver lining in the world's darkness, he is my light," and it was so beautiful, and just, oh my gosh, June and Day, they have to get together. My friend said they do it, like, they have, they do it, so that they're gonna get back together, they have to. But, this book was a heartbreaker. I give it a 97, 8, 6, 97%, because it was really, really good. But if you guys like this review, and give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch more, click the subscribe button down below. I'm Courtney, and I'll see y'all next time to talk about Champion, which I'm going to start reading right about now. Bye, you guys! Boom!